Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is King Lear and welcome back to Final Fantasy: A Realm Reborn. So, the new patch 2.4 has come out, which introduces a whole load of new stuff, including a new primal fight, several new dungeons, a new class, which is Rogue, that ends up specializing in ninja, and just tons of other content. So as you've probably gathered from the amount of videos I have on this game on the channel already, I play this game a lot. It's my MMO of choice at the moment and I love it. So I figured I'd do some videos on this. And the first one I'm going to do is I'm going to play through the main story and do a recording of that. I also plan to do the dungeons and things like that as well, boss guides for the dungeons, but in order to unlock one of the new dungeons you need to have done the main story, so I figured I'd start with that and we would do that first. So the main story for 2.4, if you're up to date, begins in the Rising Stones with Minfilia. So let's have a chat to her and start the main story for this patch then. So it begins with a traitor in the midst. Try as I might, I cannot shake a creeping sense of dark foreboding, but it avails us not to fret about the unknown. We must concentrate instead on the problems of the present. The primals have been relatively quiet of late, and the beast tribes who summon them are under constant surveillance by the grand companies. Should any suspicious activity be afoot, you may be certain that we will hear of it. And until such time as a permanent solution to the primal problem has been found, we can do little but wait and observe. As for the Ascians, Eorzea is wholly dedicated to finding the means by which we may defeat the dark beings. Let us pray for good tidings on that front. But all of this you knew already. Let us speak then of more current matters, in particular the state of the Crystal Braves. Alphinaud did well to found the organization, but ensuring its smooth operation is another matter entirely. Though I doubt not that he is doing his best, I felt that a helping hand or two would not go astray. To this end I offered to send one of the Archons to assist him, but he declined. You know how he can be, independent to a fault and singularly loath to accept help. Save of course when that comes from you. Alphinaud has entrusted countless matters of import to your care in the past, and I believe he would not hesitate to do so again, were you to offer. I should be most grateful if you would go to him and support him in whatever manner you are able. So Alphinaud doesn't want anyone to help him out, but, as always, he has no hesitation accepting help from me because I am a badass. So let's have a chat to him and see what he might need help with then. So he is over here. Here's Thancred playing with his dagger. What is it, Elizabeth? And do be concise, I am rather busy. You would lend a hand, you say? I see. Well, now that you mention it, there is a matter that wants for attention. Given its sensitive nature, I was hesitant to entrust it to my braves, but the demands upon my time are such that I had little choice. Which is not to say that my men want for labour, though we are but newly formed. There is already a great demand for our services, and we are hard-pressed to answer all petitions. But I digress. The fact is, I would sooner attend to this particular matter myself, but my presence is required elsewhere. That being the case, I have entrusted its resolution to my second-in-command, Captain Ilberd. Tell him that I sent you and he will furnish you with the particulars. My thanks in advance, Elizabeth. So let's have a chat to Ilberd and see what it is.
Hail to you, Scion. How might we serve you?
Alphinaud. Mission.
Commander Leveilleur bade you serve us?
Indeed.
These are welcome tidings indeed. Given the sensitive nature of the task, I could not rely on one of my own.
Do you not trust your guys? Who are you looking at?
That which I'm about to tell you, I tell you in the strictest confidence.
Fair enough. Whisper it to
Some
me.
days ago, we received certain documents from an anonymous source. They notified us of the presence of a Garlean agent within the ranks of one of the Grand Companies. Following some discreet inquiries, we identified a suspect among the Immortal Flames, whom we detained for questioning. Alas, the man was not our agent. He was but one of many men in the agent's employ.
So the agent has spies.
We pressed the traitor for a name, but he had none to give. He claims never to have met his master, whom he knows only as the Ivy.
Interesting name.
He was, however, certain that this Ivy had coiled itself around every part of the Immortal Flames. It would seem our quarry joined the company some time ago, and gradually recruited others to his cause. These conspirators are the vines by which he learns our secrets, all without exposing himself. It won't be easy to identify the Ivy amidst this tangled mass of subterfuge, but we have a tendril in our hands, and we shall follow it all the way to the gnarled root.
They're really going hardcore with the plant references here. Okay, so what do you want me to do?
Now, much as I would prefer to proceed with due discretion, circumstances demand that this matter be settled post-haste. Garlemald's War of Succession nears its end, and it is feared that the Empire will soon resume its march on Eorzea. When it does, we can ill afford to have traitors in our midst. The Ivy must be rooted out now. We must begin by apprising General Roban of our findings. I would ask that you accompany me to the Hall of Flames, and remain on hand to see that things go smoothly. Assuming the Ivy's tendrils are as widespread as we believe, he will be aware that an investigation is underway, and if that is the case, he may well move against us. We must be prepared for anything, while taking care not to betray our purposes by seeming prepared. A simple enough task for a one-woman army like you.
Well, I do kick ass. Okay, so we have to speak to General Roban and alert him of our findings, which means we're going to the Hall of Flames in Ul'dah. Can do. Okay, so here we are at the Hall of Flames. Let's have a chat to the badass Roban himself.
Well, well. What brings you here, my friend?
Traitors! Roban, traitors.
She is here at my behest. Greetings, Roban. It has been a while.
Hilbert, you old scoundrel. When they told me you'd be visiting, I scarce believed my ears. But look at you! The honored captain of the Crystal Bloody Braves. Who'd have imagined, eh?
Not many, but fewer still would have imagined your destiny lay in politics, old friend.
I think there's a bit of history here.
Aye. We've both come far, have we not?
Hello? I'm here?
Lest you wonder, Hilbert and I go back a long way. We've been friends and rivals since we were lads. The last time we saw each other, Alamigo had just fallen, so you can guess how many summers it's been. And in all that time, not a word from the fool.
Ah, well, my dealings tended toward the modest and mundane, unlike some I could mention. As I hear it, no sooner did you reach Thanalan than the brass blades clapped you in irons and dragged you off to die on the blood sands. Being a stubborn sort, you won 1,000 matches and earned yourself a place in the people's hearts while you were about it.
So he was a gladiator. I didn't know that.
Then, with your mountain of prize money, you bought the Colosseum and secured a seat on the Syndicate. Those balls, brother! Rags to riches does not do it justice. You're a hero to the common man.
Pah! Spare me. I am no hero. If anyone is worthy of that title, it's our friend here. Next to her, I'm little more than a glorified butcher.
Damn right I'm a hero.
But you, Ilbert, you sell yourself short. By all accounts, you are an adventurer of some standing.
I like to think that I did my part for the greater good. But if you're no hero, then I'm no adventurer, not in this company. Anyway.
Yeah, everyone look at me.
I have tidings.
Oh, we're down to business.
So there has been progress. I've let it be known that this meeting is a reunion between old friends. None will give your visit a second thought. To convene elsewhere would only attract attention. Let us speak here, in plain view of all.
Good plan. So let's have some whispers.
So it is we who have been compromised.
Afraid so.
Teleji Adeleji's machinations have shaken Ul'dah to her foundations. In such uncertain times, a man's loyalty may be bought for a fistful of gil. But if this snake has truly been in our midst for as long as you say, we must needs consider a far graver possibility. Conspiracy. Could it be that the monetarists have been in league with the Empire from the first? Very well. I will have my most trusted men investigate the matter. Continue your inquiries in the meantime.
Shall do, General.
It does me well to see you again, old friend. When next we meet, let it be over a flagon of ale.
Rather than talk of a traitor.
I look forward to it. Let us reminisce of bygone days, and drink to the future of our homeland.
Bye, General. Who dat? So, what
Flame
now?
General. You wear the mantle well, old friend. I must work hard if I'm to keep up. Well, it would seem your services were not required after all. I dare say we have Roban's prudence to thank for that. Still, I was glad of your presence. My thanks, Scion.
So they didn't even need me after all that. Mission complete. So, oh, he has another one for me. Back and forth. Our hunt for the Ivy begins in earnest, Scion. Suffice to say we must tread warily, but one misstep may well cost us our lives. Our business here is concluded for the time being. Let us return to the Rising Stones and report to Commander Leveler. Alright, back to the Rising Stones. Back with Alfred. Let's see what he has to say. Oh, here's our commander. We are returned from Ul'dah, Commander. And not a moment too soon, something has happened. Trouble? You will recall that the Fourth was tasked with reconnoitering the rendezvous site used by the Ivy's minions and his Imperial contacts. Soon after you left, we received word that the unit was ambushed en route to its destination. Gods damn it. According to the report, one of ours has been taken captive. The Garleans are not wont to treat their foemen with dignity, and I have grave fears for her safety. We must dispatch a rescue party at once. Recall those braves who are afield. Begging your pardons, Commander, but we have not the time. I'm afraid I must ask for your aid once more, Scion. An ill-prepared rescue party will only serve to provide the Garleans with more captives, yet time is of the essence. Simply put, you are the best chance we have. Captain Ilbert has the right of it. I trust you are willing, but of course you are. Now, Elaine of the Fourth lies in wait in the tangle near the entrance to Castrum Sentry. Seek her out and she will apprise you of the situation. Alright, so I have to go speak with Elaine in the Tangle. Where's the Tangle? Down here. Right, so let us... Where am I going? Outside. Let us go speak to Elaine and see what's next. So here we are in the Tangle, and here are our Crystal Braves. You would aid us in a rescue mission. We are in your debt, Warrior of Light. Now time is against us, so allow me to brief you on the situation. The Garleans fell upon us without warning, wounding poor Resh and hauling her away to the castrum yonder. Outnumbered as we were, it was all we could do to flee and regroup. Even as we speak, the Garleans may be interrogating Resh, or worse. With her hurts, I fear that she will not long survive their attentions. We must rescue her without delay. Our order may yet be in its infancy, but the bond that binds us is as strong as mithril. None of us will stand by while a comrade suffers. We, the remnants of the Fourth, will infiltrate Castrum Sentry. Please help us find Resh before it is too late. Right, so we have to infiltrate the Garleum Castrum. That we can do. Let's mount up. And probably this way and through the actual castrum is the easiest way to go about this. Although I do have some guys to kill while I'm here. These damn Garleans. So I'm gonna fight my way into the camp, and we'll see what we have to do in there then.